All right. So, how's it going? Last time we did a top 5 Pokemon videos. Hold on. I feel like my mic's too close to me. Uh, Maybe that'll work. Okay. Last time, now it's shaking. Okay. Last time we did a top 5 Pokemon video. We had grass starters. I did the whole first time doing it. It took a while. It took like 20 minutes. This one hopefully won't take as long. I feel like I'm still loud. I can fix it in post. But yeah. So this time we're gonna do fire starters. I know grass starters. It ain't everyone's favorite category of Pokemon. But I think fire starters is mostly where most people. There's a lot of favoritism for fire starters. So I'm not gonna give any clues as to which one's my preference. I'm not gonna say because obviously after this there's water, and then we're gonna do the top 5 starters. So I don't want to spoil that video too much, because otherwise, what's the point in having top 5 starters? Let's just jump right into it. You know how this goes. We go by evolutions. Usually it's the last evolution, and then I do a little bit of explainer. I'll go through the moves, how I got this Pokemon being the one that I really, really liked. Outside of that, it's not really that complicated. Oh, and before I start this again, just in case you didn't watch the other ones, I always need to preface, this is my list. This is not me putting down the top 5 best fire starter Pokemon. That's not what I'm saying. This is my own preference as to my favorites. That's it. All right, cool. Starting up, number 5, Incineroar. All right, I don't like Lyn. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't like Lyn. I like Incineroar. Do I love Incineroar? Not really. I think Fire Dark is cool. I'm glad that we got Fire Dark, but I don't think this is what I wanted. Even though I do like the theme, I get that he's a heel. I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I get it. It's a cool concept. Maybe Nintendo was like, oh, we already have Houndoom, so why do we want him on all 4s? But I'm just so disappointed. Why did he need to be standing? And I remember when the leaks came out for their stats and everything, he ended up getting slower when he evolved, which I found so frustrating, because I'm like, okay, cool, I see where we're going. It's Fire Dark. We're going to get a big giant tiger. I feel like that was the moment, and then they just gave us this. It makes it seem like I'm not a big fan of Incineroar. To be honest, I didn't mind him. I love his shiny. It's sick. I didn't mind him too much. It's just the thing that made me actually like him a lot more than anyone else that didn't make the list was Smash Bros. So I just love him in Smash Bros. And then eventually he grew on me. But outside of that, he's cool. I think he's a perfect number 5 spot. It's a good entry point, and then going on, whereas everyone else is just a little bit better. But yeah, that's Incineroar. Number 4, we got Cinderace. Okay. Again, another Pokemon that's standing on 2 feet. There's a lot of these. In the fire starter stuff. We got what? We got, I guess Typhlosion count. Well, Charizard counts. So wait, hold on. Is it every single one? No. Is it? Oh my god. Wait, you got Emboar, Infernape, Incineroar, Blaziken, Charizard, Typhlosion. Wait. In Delphox. What's after Delphox? Oh, Incineroar. And then after that, it's Cinderace. Every single fire starter stands on 2 feet. I just realized this. I'm looking at my list. I was like, wait a second. This can't be right. There's not been a single fire starter that has only been on 2 feet. 4 feet. What's it called? Quadrupedal? I don't know. Anyways, but another one that's humanoid-ish. This one's more humanoid. I know some people don't like Cinderace, because aesthetically you're going to be like, oh, it's a furry. It's I like him because he reminds me of Bugs Bunny, personally. And also the main thing I really, really, really like him is, if you don't know, I haven't done it in a while on the channel, but I'll get back to them. I do some sports stuff on the channel, and my 2 favorite sports, number 1 is soccer, number 2 is basketball. So Cinderace, I just love him, all right? I loved Galar, I loved the UK theme, and I knew we were gonna have soccer, and I was just really, really excited to see where it would come from. And Cinderace is cool. I actually really like Cinderace. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit furry bait, but and if you don't understand what that means, please don't look it up. But I think typing wise, he's a little simple. His speed's really weird. He's like just out 119, not 120, 119. So he gets outsped by a lot of weird stuff, but also he's fast enough to outspeed some other things. So I don't know why they did that. It's really awkward, and I can see like it's 116 on his attack and then 119 on his speed. So they just couldn't take one away from his attack, and like I don't know. Nintendo was trying to be like they were trying to be assholes about like how they were making this guy, and they were like, yeah, you don't want to listen to him, make him as like average good. Let's make him like slightly worse, but also like decently better than other things. They were confused, and I didn't like it. What was the other thing I was going to mention about this guy? His shiny is cool. It has oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention. I was like, his shiny reminds me more of Bugs Bunny. That's where I got the idea. I was like, oh, it's like a rabbit, but then he's like all gray in his shiny form. I was like, oh, it's Bugs Bunny. But the main thing I was going to mention is his ability. So his ability, Libero, is like, it's basically it's a parody on Greninja's Protean ability, which is basically, well, it's not Greninja's ability. It's a Greninja's hidden ability that he ripped off of Kecleon, because I think Kecleon has Protean, and then he basically it's the move where the Pokemon's type changes to match the type of the move it's about to use, meaning it gets stab on every single one. Same type attack bonus. I mentioned this in the last video, but that helps a lot. So it makes him kind of cool. I didn't see a lot of people abuse it too much like they did Greninja, only because Greninja is faster than this guy. Greninja has 127 speed. This guy's got 119, so he's a little slower. Like I said, it's awkward. I don't know why Nintendo did that. They were just like, hey, let's make a fire version of Greninja. Except let's make him worse. And they're like, hey, people don't like this guy as much. I wonder why. Actually, funny enough, I was going to put this guy at number 3. But when making this video, I changed my mind. And you'll see why. Well, anyways, that's Cinderace. I think I said everything I need to say about him. Number 3 is Typhlosion. Now, I know what you're about to say. What? You were about to put Cinderace above Typhlosion? I was. And I thought about it after a while, and I was like, yeah, I'm being ridiculous. But work with me. Typhlosion's ugly now, dude. I don't care what anyone says. Typhlosion is ugly now, all right? Ever since we got these 3D models, they've made him ugly. Also, Hisuian form. I talked about in the last video, Hisuian forms, megas, and all that stuff, they're counted. I hate his Hisuian form. It's so ugly. It's just ugly. It made him more ugly. I was like, I like his fire. I think it's kind of cool, but it's like it's just as ugly as the previous guy, which is not saying much because he's very ugly. All right, they're both ugly. Am I bullying him? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Are you gonna call me out on this? It's a Pokemon. I mean, but still, he's just ugly. Like he went from Gen 5 to 3D model in Gen 6, and it just ruined him. I'm like, I don't know how you'd fix it, to be honest. Like, oh, make the fire always on. But then it's like it defeats the purpose of how the fire works. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just tough. But yeah, aside from that, I mean, the thing looks sick. Like Typhlosion looks sick any other way. Like he looks really, really cool. The main thing I wanted to explain was when he's like roaring, like we all know he looks cool, but something that some people forget about this guy, aside from his shiny being ugly as well, there's a lot of ugly things about this dude. He gets eruption. Bro, that's Entei's move. This guy makes volcanoes blow up, like erupt. It's sick. And also, I didn't check eruption for a while, but that move is strong. 150 pounds, that's a hyper beam. And the only thing that makes it nerfed is that it's based on his HP. So the lower HP he has, the less damage it does. So like, if I just one-hit KO, like outspeed and one-hit KO everything, this guy's dealing 150 all the time. He's getting hyper beams, just spam hyper beams. It's pretty cool. Aside from everything else, he's pretty bare bones. He's a really, really, really simple fire starter. Like really simple, but I'm like, I have too much nostalgia with this guy. I love every time Soul Silver I played through it, always Typhlosion. Always Typhlosion. I love Typhlosion so much. Hasn't been the same since Gen 6, but that's okay. Enough of a tangent on Typhlosion. Let's get to number 2, who is one of my favorite starters, Infernape. I love Infernape, dude. I know firefighting, controversial, but I love Infernape so much. Infernape was he my favorite? He was my first starter, I think. I think he was my first starter I tried out, and I just knew going in, I was like, bro, the mixed... Also, Iron Fist as a hidden ability just explains everything about him because it boosts punching moves. This guy knows... I think he knows Thunder Punch, right? I think he knows Thunder Punch. He knows Thunder Punch. He knows... Close Combat doesn't count. He knows Fire Punch, obviously. But, like, he just got all those punches, you know what I mean? Power Up Punch now. Like... It's great. It's great. How can you not like him? Also, he's a mixed attacker, so you can do him special, physical, whatever you want. 104, 104, it's clean. And then 108 on the speed, it's decent. It's not bad. I feel like you can have so much fun with Infernape. It's awesome. Also, Mach Punch. He gets Mach Punch. That makes him infinitely better than Blaziken. I don't care what you say. Speed boost, sure. But if you get Mach Punch, that's priority. And he's mixed. You know what I mean? Like, that's just great. And everybody likes mixed things. If you don't like mixed things, you're racist. And that's... Sorry. I was just like... Why do you... Come on. It's Infernape. Like, obviously, I'm going to put him number 2. I feel like this list is going to be a lot different than the last list. Because the last list, I know a lot of people would be like, this list is garbage. Like, where the hell is Venusaur and all that? Spoiler alert. But yeah, grass types, I have a difference of opinions on grass types, like in terms of the starters, but fire types is kind of like, it gets a little cliche and like kind of what everyone else has, like what their favorite starters are. Speaking of cliche, number 1, that was Infernape. I think I talked about Infernape. Infernape shiny isn't great either, but you know whose shiny is awesome, and what... I know it's not original, but what fire starter is still, to this day, the best fire starter, and I don't know if his throne is ever going to get taken, is the man, the myth, well, he's not a man, the dragon himself, Charizard. All right, bro, Charizard, listen, don't matter if we're talking megas, it doesn't matter if we're talking, I don't really like his Gigantamax that much, if I'm being honest, but this guy, his shiny... His ability, solar powers, but his stats aren't anything crazy. His typing doesn't really grow well because of Stealth Rocks, and Rock is just, it's a pain, but it's a freaking dragon. Like, I mean, come on. Like, Charizard's just sick. He's so cool. He's just so cool. He's so cool. And, I mean, his moves, you know what's something I never liked about it? Is that, like, they give him Air Slash. And then... I don't think... He has Dragon Pulse? He has Dragon Pulse. I don't know. I feel like he always had, like, too many physical moves. Yeah, like, he has Outrage. He has Power Up Punch. He has Scorching Sands. I didn't even realize he knew that now. But his physical attack's just not... It's just not good. But, I mean, like... Obviously, being the first starter, you don't expect his stats to be crazy. So, I mean, I get that. But yeah, I don't think I need to explain much of Charizard, but he's number 1 for a reason. Okay? Number 1 for a reason. And I know I said I'd, like, you know, speed through this. I feel like this is really fast, but guys, this is how fast I wanted these videos to be. Last one was just me explaining it, but in conclusion, that's my top 5. If I had to explain why everyone's where they're at, Incineroar, like I said, it's Smash, it just put him up above Blaziken. I was never a big fan of Blaziken. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. The chicken breakdancing pants, but it's like fur. Also, Emboar's never really been one of my favorites too. I mean, I've liked him a little bit because of... I used him a few times, tried him out. He was okay, but, you know, I honestly liked Emboar more than Blaziken in terms of the firefighting. I liked him being a tank, but it's still not like... It's still not top 5. Honestly, the 5th place was a toss-up. The only one that definitely was never going to make it was Delphox, because Delphox is trash. And if you say otherwise, you're wrong. Okay? I'm not even going to have that argument because you know you're wrong and you're just trying to piss me off. Anyways, with that being said, you guys, if you guys have enjoyed the list, please light up that like button, smash up that sub button, give that about your best. You know how that goes. Next vids, next time. See ya.